Welcome to the Renaissance! In today's show, we will give you a short summary of Romeo and Juliet since William Shakespeare can't be here today. We will also tell you about the Renaissance era and theater during that time. Theater was becoming very avid in the 14th century. The Renaissance era infused thought and art with humanistic values. The Renaissance started in Italy and spread to other areas and combined with indigenous developments to produce a French and English Renaissance and others as well. The term Renaissance means rebirth and is the period in European civilization immediately following the Middle Ages. People during this time regained their interest for Greek and Roman art, culture, and theater. The proscenium arch that divides and frames the stage from the audience was introduced during this era. The Renaissance also introduced the backgrounds such as paintings of cloth for their scenery. Now we will start our first part of Romeo and Juliet.
It all starts in Verona between the Montag and Capulet families. Meanwhile, Capulet, Juliet's dad, hosts a ball to see if he can get his beloved Juliet to marry Paris, a relative of the prince.
A ball!
Both Romeo and Juliet are at the ball and happen to find each other, and it was love at first sight.
Oh, hi, Romeo. How are you?
Hey, Juliet! Hey, I miss you!
You're so handsome.
But then, at the end of the night, they find out that they are the members of the opposed family.
Oh! You're not from my family?
Yeah, Juliet.
After they both left the ball, Romeo could not stand being apart from Juliet. So Romeo snuck into the Capulet's yard and got Juliet's attention.
Hey, Juliet, where are you?
Romeo, I'm right here.
Oh, Juliet! I find you!
Yes, Romeo. Hi.
I love you!
Oh, Romeo. Hi, Romeo. I love you too. Oh, yes.
It was right then and there that they exchanged their vows of love, both agreeing to marry the next day.
I think we should get married.
Oh, I love it!
Now, before we move on, we will share some information. The Renaissance started introducing comedy into acting and theater. The plays were still tragedies, but had their own funny aspects. The Renaissance was a transition from medieval to the modern world. Also, this era was the introduction of the beginning and finishing curtain.
The next morning, to Juliet's disappointment, she discovers that her father already arranged a marriage between her and Paris later that week.
Dad, how could you?
Hey,
I love Paris.
I'm gonna marry you.
No!
Yes!
Why?
Romeo has run away to hide at the Lawrences. Juliet accepts Friar's offer for a sleeping potion to make her appear dead before she has to marry Paris.
Here, I got you this potion. It will make you fall asleep, and then you won't have to marry your stupid parents.
Oh, thank you. I will accept the potion.
Cliffhanger. The Renaissance was all about humanism. The artists wanted to express their love for the human body and celebrate its beauty. So, they adopted a more realistic style of art. The humanists started focusing on world problems rather than just strictly religious themes. They believed that man had unlimited potential. In theater, they started adding more lifelike situations more than just ones of their religion.
Friar sent out a message to get Romeo, telling him about the plan. Due to the plague that was going on, the message couldn't get through. So Romeo instead gets a message of Juliet's death. This is unbearable news for Romeo, for Juliet was the love of his life.
Oh, Juliet, what? I can't believe it. What happens with you?
Out of disparity, he went and bought poison from an apothecary and returns to Verona.
You're
you go, Romeo. I got you your poison.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the poison.
Romeo takes the poison into the tomb so he can die where Juliet has died, but on the way meets Paris.
Romeo, what are you doing here?
What?
Romeo is so upset at this point that him and Paris fight and he kills Paris.
Oh.
Romeo is still unaware of the fact that Juliet is alive, so he drinks the poison and dies. Meanwhile, Friar is making his way to deliver the message himself. As soon as he gets there, he finds Romeo dead.
Got to go deliver my message to Romeo. Romeo, he's dead.
Juliet is now beginning to wake up.
Oh!
When she awakes and gains consciousness of what is happening, she is so depressed that she stabs herself with Romeo's dagger and dies.
Romeo! My Romeo! How could you die? No! I must kill myself.
The next day, the watch and the prince come to investigate the situation. Friar comes forward and spills the beans about what happened. As the Capulet and Montague families grieve together, they make peace and the feud comes to an end.
Well, guys, I gave a message to Romeo, and I gave a sleeping potion to Juliet so she could not marry Paris.
This is such a sad happening. I feel like this should come to an end.
I agree.
Oh, hug me, brother.
Now that you have an insight on what the Renaissance drama was like, we will introduce the theaters. The first theater was simply called the theater. Plays were previously performed in courtyards, so the boom of theaters quickly became popular. After the theater was Love It. Others, such as the Globe, the Rose, the Elizabethan, the Swan, the Curtain, and the Hope were built. The Globe was built in 1597 and was the best one London has seen. We hope you enjoyed our show.
Yeah!